routine be too comfortable? Because, I don't want to exaggerate, but I'm feeling a little confused lately because since moving, I've been just striving to get back into my daily routine. And now that I feel like I might have done that, I'm not really sure that's where I want to be anymore. So, I have to preface this by saying that I think things have been going really well. I'm making daily art and I'm getting settled in, but it kind of feels like a rut. Like, there's things that I want to do, but I am struggling to make progress on them. So let's start with what I have been up to, because it really is the busiest time of year for me right now. Probably most small business people. Um, Top of the list for me right now are the fundraisers that I'm working on. So I love doing these. These are top of the list for me because it's really one of the main reasons that I got back into art after taking such a long break. I've been working with a couple of animal rescues to offer portraits, and I'm always so stressed because I really want these to go well. I really want people to be happy with their portraits, and because of this, I guess I tend to get a little bit overwhelmed when all of the orders come in, but it's not like I can't plan ahead and make sure I have time and space to focus on them. Unlike the direct commissions that come in through my Etsy shop, which are kind of a little less predictable in terms of just knowing when they might come in, but I can try to limit them just by limiting the number of listings that I have available at any one time. And I try to do that, and I try to limit it to just what I can reasonably do in like a month, given all my other commitments. So then on top of that, there's my Daily Dogs project on Instagram. We're in our third year of that, and even though I had to take a break over the summer, we're really back in the full swing, and I love that the momentum is back right where it was, at least for me it is. And so with all of those things going on, you can probably imagine that there's just not a ton of time or energy really left to do just the things that I want to do.
Hey guys, I wanted to pop on here this morning because I spent the morning doing something fun and I just wanted to show you what that is. Oh, I'm so happy with it. So that was Friday's painting and I just popped it in this frame and I cannot wait to get this gallery wall up.
So I'm thankful that there are still things that I want to do, and that I'm not totally burned out. But I really have to make sure that I'm setting aside time to do those things. So when something that I really want to do comes up, I just go ahead and do it. Like trying to finally put up this gallery wall. It's just a start here, and I have a lot more to do. I still have to find the art that I want to put up. But I think because I wasn't able to get it all done in one go, it just didn't give me the boost of accomplishment that I was looking for. And it's hard to admit that these little wins are still wins and that I'm still making forward progress. one of the things that I used to do when I was feeling like I was in a rut is look for new art supplies. But since I'm on a ban this year, I actually did something I think is a little bit better. I went and picked up a couple of books, and the best thing about it in my mind is that I got them used, so they weren't that expensive. Because I don't know if you know, but art books can be just out of control expensive. So I purposefully got 3 books that were just totally outside of my current practice. So let's take a look at those. So the first one is a barg book, and I don't know if you have any traditional training. You're probably familiar with these, but they're great for anyone who's learning to draw or just wanting to gain a little bit more precision or discipline in their drawing, um, or just try a new technique like I tend to enjoy. The next one is a still life book, and this one has some gorgeous still life paintings in it, but it also talks through painting in general, like universal principles around block ins, composition, just things that are always on your mind when you're painting, and things that can always be improved. And lastly, the one I'm most excited about is this oil painting book. And I think this is probably the book that I was looking for when I first started oil painting. I just never found it because this one has some really interesting stuff just on paint handling, like the consistency you should be looking for, how much paint should be on your brush, how to handle brush strokes in the background versus foreground, like really specific, detailed, fundamental stuff that I just haven't really come across in any other books that I've seen. So this actually lifted my attitude a lot. I'm really glad that I got these this week, and now I really, really want to go paint. So, speaking of things that I really want to do, one of the things that's been on my mind lately is this idea that this year I really wanted to try to take some time to work on what I would consider more refined pieces. I love the daily painting, and I'm not saying that those, aren't finished works or aren't, special. But in the back of my mind, I still wonder if I'm limiting myself by doing study after study. When I hear other artists talk about spending like a whole year on a painting, and they describe their process of, working up sketch after sketch and then painting multiple studies to work out their color palettes before they finally move into their actual painting. I just have to wonder if there's a value in all that prep time that I'm really missing out on when I just go right from sketch to painting, like pretty much in one session. So, what's holding me back? Am I being lazy? Am I scared? Like, I've been struggling to figure this out. And my first thought was that it's just got to be partly the time investment. I just don't have time. And maybe also partly that I don't know what I want to paint in this, bigger painting. If I'm going to be putting in all this time and effort into a piece, I feel like there's just an investment in that, and I need to know what the return is going to be. Is it going to be something I'm going to try and sell or donate, auction for charity, something I'd want to hang in my own house? I have no idea. And ultimately, I think it's probably the wrong way to be thinking about this, because the reward isn't in the outcome, it's in the process. And so I really can't know what the reward for this work is going to be until I do it. So then I have to ask myself, is this something that I really want to do, or is this just something that I feel like I should do? And it's just so weird that I have to keep asking myself this, because if I wanted to do this, then I should be so excited that I just jump in and do it, right? Or do I just not know where to start? And so I have to think, if the value is in the process, then what is the process? Do I even know what the process is? Like, literally the steps. Maybe I just need to map them out so I have a clear idea of what they would be. And then once I can see that all clearly laid out, I can better decide if it really is something I'm ready to tackle, if it's really worth trying to figure out how to fit it all in and around my other work right now, or is there a better time to tackle it down the road, like maybe in December when things kind of quiet down. Personally, I think the best thing to do when feeling stuck is to just keep moving no matter what. Even if it doesn't feel like progress, even if it doesn't feel like there is any value in the effort, because ultimately, what's the alternative? In my experience, just waiting for inspiration or motivation or whatever, that's the real gamble, and the risk there is that it just doesn't come. And at least when you're moving somewhere. If you're not moving forward, you're moving laterally, you're just moving. And I think when you're moving, there's a chance that you'll stumble into something fun, something new, something you might just never have thought of doing before. Okay, guys, so that's it for me. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more. Come on over to Instagram if you want to catch up on all the latest on my daily dogs project. Maybe even tag me in a pic and join in the fun. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.